Welcome back to Mithran Educational Society's Mr. Physics class. Here we are going to be discuss about universal law of gravitation. Universal law of gravitation proposed by Newton. How he proposed the logic means we already be discussed in a Kepler's logic. Without Kepler's, definitely the Newton's law is not going to be arise. Right? So what is the law of gravitation? Now, every particle in the universe attracts every other particle. The logic is this one. Every particle in the universe attracts every other particle. Right? That means here what we are going to be discuss means first I will tell the statement of the law of gravitation. The force of attraction between the two particles. The force of attraction between the two particles. For example, this is mass 1, this is mass 2. Mass 1, mass 2, which is separated by the distance. Separated by the distances r. Fine, right? So the force of attraction between a particle is proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. That means, I will explain now. That means F, that is a force between the mass 1 mass 2. Definitely, for example, this is sun in the sense, okay, this is earth. Right? According to the Newton's third law, right, action should be equal to opposite of the reaction. Right? For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, right? Yeah, if sun is going to be attract the earth in the sense, it gives some amount of force, the same amount of the opposite force which is given by the earth. That means if sun is going to be give some amount of force in the sense, how it is going to be give the force which is given by the mass of the body, right? So if the mass of the body increases, what happened? Definitely the force which is offered by the sun is also increase. That means F is directly proportional to m1, right? F is directly proportional to m1. If the mass of the sun increases, definitely the force of attraction, the force which is offered by the sun is also increase, right? The same thing of the earth. In case the force offered by the earth, right? So if the mass of the earth, if mass of the earth is going to be increased, means the force is increased. In case the mass of the earth is going to be decreased, means the force is decreased. It is directly proportional concept. So directly proportional to m1 m2, mass of the sun and mass of the earth. Okay, I just take an example of that. Okay, so the law of gravitation, universal law of gravitation, in the sense it is not only applicable for sun and earth or sun and the celestial bodies, it is applicable for all the massive bodies. The important thing is, the keyword is this one, right? It is applicable for all massive bodies, right? Next one, if the distance between the two bodies is going to be increased, means the force of attraction is gradually decrease, right? So it's like you just think like a magnet, right? If two magnets are which is very close together, in the sense the force is more, right? In case it is very far together, in the sense definitely the force of attraction will be reduced. Yeah, the same thing, but inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. How it is how he proposed the logic, yeah, based on the Kepler. Now that also we are going to be discussed. That is the topic is called as inverse square law, right? How it is 1 by r square. Why we are not going to be take 1 by r? That logic and all that concept we are going to be discussed in a concept of inverse square law, right? But here we are going to be discuss the gravitation force, what Newton he proposed in a gravitation force, right? Now, so based on this, we are going to be combined together. What the logic could become means, the force of attraction is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. This is gravitational force, universal law of gravity. Yeah. Now we are going to be find the gravitational constant. That means F is equal to, right, gravity constant, make it a constant in the sense that is G. But what we discussed in Newton's law, it is a attractive force, not a repulsive force. So attractive in the sense it is a minus. So minus, which is denoted for here attraction force, right? G m1 m2 divided by r square. F is equal to minus G m1 m2 divided by r square. Right. Next one. If I put constant value G, means G is a constant value we are saying, right? So what is the constant value there? Right, we need to find that one. So if G is equal to F r square divided by m1 m2, if the distance is 1 meter, the force is 1 Newton, the mass of the bodies you are going to substitute, means you get some answer. That answer is called as gravitational constant value. G value should be equal to, G means it is a gravitational constant, right? So value of G should be equal to 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square kg power minus 2, right? When I remember this value, very important thing, right? So the gravitational constant value 6.67 into the power minus 11 Newton meter square kg power minus 2, right? Then what is the dimensional formula? If the constant value, we know that constant value is this one, the unit of the constant value based on the concept, based on this one. See, G is equal to F r square divided by m1 m2, right? So F is Newton, distance in the sense meter square, mass into mass is kg square, move to the numerator, means kg power minus 2. Fine. So what is the dimensional formula for the gravitational constant, right? So Newton in the sense m l t power minus 2, correct? Distance in the sense L square divided by mass into mass square. So one mass is cancelled, right? So mass going to numerator means m power minus 1, L power 3, t power minus 2. This is actually the dimensional formula for the gravitational constant. Okay, we actually, whenever based on the logic, we are going to find an equation that is called as general equation. This is general equation. Okay, right? So based on the general equation, general formula, now we are going to be find vector format. Okay, because force is a vector quantity, right? So we are going to be find the vector formula, right? So what is general formula we discuss? That means F is equal to minus G m1 m2 divided by r square, correct? So vector format in the sense, vector formula in the sense, so this is a force a vector quantity, gravitational constant is a constant, right? Mass is a scalar quantity, but distance in the sense, distance between the 2 points based on mass 1 to mass 2 or mass 2 to mass 1. The point is there, right? Yeah. So the force, which is what amount, what type of the, what direction of the force we are going to be find. Whether the force mass 1 to mass 2 or mass 2 to mass 1. Anyway, the distance is same. The magnitude value of the distance between the two mass particle is same. But which force we are going to be find based on the question, whether mass 1 to mass 2 or mass 2 to mass 1. So for that confusion we are going to be, anyway it is equal but direction is different, so only it is a vector. Yeah. So r square into r cap into unit vector. Yeah. So whether it is r12 or r21, here we are going to be substitute r12 in the sense that is force value. Yeah. So what force they ask in a question, based on that you can substitute. Yeah, right. Based on this one, we are going to be find the graph for force versus distance. Actually, this is an important thing for in a Newton's law, the force and the distance logic. That means the force is inversely proportional to, yeah, distance square, correct? So that means it is a logic of inverse parabolic, like this will come, correct? Like this. So actually this curve will come, right? This one like this. This is F is inverse proportional to R square denotion. Remember this, right? So the universal law of gravitation is this one. Okay, that means what is the general formula of the force? Based on this vector formula, how we are going to be find, then what is the SI unit of gravitational constant and what is the value based on the dimensional formula, and finally graph between the force versus the distance between the masses. Yeah, so I hope you all of you understand this one. Based on this universal law, next class we are going to be discuss about the characteristics of gravitational force and inverse square law. Yeah, thank you for watching this video.